The North Carolina State Supreme Court heard arguments this morning in a case that will determine when people convicted of felonies can have their right to vote restored. WRAL state government reporter Travis Fain listened to the oral arguments, and he joins us now. Travis, good afternoon to you. What is the crux of this case?
So the state constitution says if you're convicted of a felony, you can't vote unless that right is restored in a manner, quote, prescribed by law. The General Assembly wrote that law decades ago, and it says you can vote, but not until you've finished probation or parole, paid off all your court fees. You got to be completely done with the sentence. Activists say that discriminates against potential black voters who are more likely to be convicted of a felony. They also argue that the requirement to pay fees first discriminates against poor people, that it's like requiring property ownership to vote. They want the line on restoration moved so that people can vote right when they get out of prison. So you're still on probation, but you're not locked up. You can vote. This case was filed in 2019. Court's been back and forth over the issue. People who still owe fines were allowed to vote in the 2022 elections because of this lawsuit, but now the state Supreme Court is set to issue a more final decision.
Any clue which way the court is leaning on this?
Probably against letting people on probation vote. We elect our state Supreme Court using partisan elections here in North Carolina. And in November, voters flipped the body from a 4-3 Democratic majority to a 5-2 Republican one. The Republican justices today, the questions they asked really kind of seemed like attempts to poke holes in key arguments. You don't want to read too much into it, but I felt like you could read some into that. We won't know for sure for a while. Court doesn't set timetables for decisions, but certainly should come before the next major election.
Travis Fain, thank you so much. This is certainly a nuanced issue, and Travis will have much more on this case at WRAL.com.